It turned into fight night at Marvel Stadium as Owen Farrell scrapped for a test place in typically combative fashion, and the Lions escaped to victory against fired-up, inspired opponents. Given the name of the venue, it was a fitting occasion for heroic deeds, and those were provided by the magnificent First Nations and Pasifika XV, who proved that the vaunted visitors were eminently beatable. After the Lions had just about survived the ambush, Charlie Gamble, who terrorized them at the breakdown, as he already had with the Waratahs, said, "They are not superhuman. We showed that if you put them under pressure, they make mistakes. We rattled them." As captain of the British and Irish side, Farrell was doing plenty of rattling too. It took less than 5 minutes for him to wade into a confrontation with Gamble on the touchline, which led to a skirmish involving several players. He wanted to show that his team were not to be messed with. Having set an aggressive tone, he could be heard bellowing at the men around him, "Let's not feel sorry ourselves," just before halftime, when 14-0 to the Lions had become a tense 14-14 thriller. Farrell Jr. came out to Australia as a late call-up, chronically short of game time, but it didn't really show in this fabulous, feisty close encounter. He set up the tourists' first try with a deft kick off his weaker left foot, which Jamie Osborne pounced on to claim the first strike of his Lions debut brace. Later, 16 minutes from the end, the skipper delivered another routine run-in for Duhan van der Merwe, which ultimately proved decisive, after dummying outside and gliding through a gap. All in all, Farrell did enough to suggest that, depending on the balance of the backline cover, he has every chance of earning a bench role in the second test at the MCG on Saturday, as the Lions strive to clinch a series victory with one match to spare. After this final tour game turned into a blood and thunder highlight of the 2025 campaign, there was the novel spectacle of the Farrells sitting together for a father and son press conference. "Have we done this before?" asked Andy. Owen didn't answer. When pressed on whether they had, the head coach added, "I can't remember." "Maybe not." Owen added, "No, probably not. They have always been wary of family connection talk, but it was all fine and natural." There were even flickers of humor. Asked how his son had played, Andy said, "Some good things obviously, a nice little chip off the left peg. Some nice touches on the ball, but there are always work-ons.